Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and sure enough, just as I published the projects for the week, in came 2 more boxes and a drop-off. So I thought I would share these with you as well, give you a chance to let me know if these are projects that you would like to work on, like to see me work on, and give you a little bit of an idea about what comes into my shop. So the first one, kind of local, a fellow in New Jersey has sent me in a reel. This one's from Ben. It's an older Penn Spin Fisher. It's the 550 SS, and Ben says that the bail spring is broken and the bail gets hung up. If it was broken, it would get hung up. Yeah, there's no action on this bail spring at all. This is one of those interesting ones that has the double release. You pull this off, you're going to see a trip lever mechanism underneath, and it's always fun to work on these. There's a little twist kind of a spring in there, and the bail of course will get hung up if there's no tension to push that bail back. So I've done a couple of those bail kind of things for videos. If you want to see that, please let me know. I'll see if I can schedule it. The second one is just kind of interesting. It comes from Share a Coke, and the little message on it, it says it's from GT's biggest fan, GT #1 fan award. So I'm not quite sure who GT is. Boy, thank you very much. I do appreciate it, and I'll share that Coke. Last one was a drop-off. Local captain. Our captain does a lot of trolling, and I guess he woke up one morning and realized that the trolling season is getting underway. He had some of the newer versions of reels, and he said he would like to get these ready because when the runs start, they are stupid runs, and he needs these working and ready to go on his boat. So for those of you not familiar with the trolling reels, these are very big reels. They come in 2 varieties. They come in a 1-speed and they come in a 2-speed. They hold quite a bit of line. The line on this reel it would not be unusual to see 500, 600, 700 yards of line. This is heavy monofilament. This is probably at a minimum 50 and maybe even 80-pound monofilament. A lot of these trolling reels are also rigged with braid, but when you're bringing in the fish, these monofilament lines tend to work a little bit better. The notion behind a lever drag reel is that there's a single pressure plate that holds the main drag washer, and that as you swing the arm, it will put more tension by pulling the pressure plate and the spool together, and that'll cause the tension or the drag needed to fight those fish. These have double strike zones, so in free spool you should be able to release. This is tied up here so it's hard to show you, but it will release the spool so that you can let line out. In first strike mode, that's usually a half to about 3/4 of the full tension. That's the first fight. You want to make sure your hook is set and that you have plenty of fighting drag. And then in the full drag, well, that's when the fish is tired and you can finally pull that fish in. Most of the time, the people will just fish up to the first strike mode and be safe about it. So let's take a look at the reels that he gave me for this week. The first one is a Penn International 50. It's an older reel. You can always tell the older reels, they just kind of have that feel and technology about them. You can see the metal plates, the metal swing arms, metal side plates to them. And this is well before the modern variable speed VS series and the like. So I think I have one of these in a catalog. If I don't, I'll certainly make sure that I get that done. We have, I believe it's paired. There's a second one here as well. Yes. So I have 2 of these Penn International 50s. And make no mistake about it, these are saltwater fishing reels. You would kind of look pretty funny with your local pond or lake with these. These are very heavy-duty reels for big fish. In the Northeast here, we're in the Mid-Atlantic. It's not unusual to run out to the canyons. They're not that far off from where we are. Get some tuna. A lot of sharking going on. The makos and that are up in the area. And generally, on the trolling boats that you have, they will do long runs in schools, and it doesn't hurt to to have that behind you. So we have a couple of Penn International 50s that we'll be working on. And I'm going to switch over to what I think for the most part is a little bit more of a modern reel, although I'll say by this one, I think this one probably, yeah, this is the Triton trolling series, so this modern reel is probably 20 years old. This is a Shimano, it's the Triton trolling series. It's the 50W, the W meaning the wide carriage. We were talking about spool length and capacity, and they come in two frames. You have a frame that has a more narrow hold like this one, and then you have the wider one. Again, same basic uses in terms of how you're fishing them. I think this is a single speed. Yeah, this is a single speed reel. These reels, interestingly enough, have been replaced by those small frame braid ready reels like the Avits and the like. Is just it eliminates a lot of weight. This reel probably weighs 4 or 5 pounds. Those braid ready reels that have replaced these, and the whole sport has changed a little bit in the mid-Atlantic here. It's gone to light tackle, heavy braid line, light tackle, hand fighting versus trolling. Very interesting set of conditions there. This is the Triton trolling 50W series. We'll certainly look. I know I've done some of the Tritons, not sure which ones, but we'll see what we can do there. Here's getting a little bit more modern again. This one is updated now. This is the TLD Triton lever drag. It's a 2-speed reel. We were talking about that before. One provides the speed, the other provides the torque. So if you're down in the bottom and you want to pull up Davy Jones anchor, you're in low speed. If you want to get a reel fish in fast, you go to high speed. You push for the high speed. I know I've done this reel before. I'm going to check, and if I didn't do the video on it, then I will certainly make it a part of that. Well, I did one of these not too long ago. I think I did the 20 size, but this is the Penn Formula 15. And the Formula 15, well, graphite era, and an inexpensive alternative to the International. So they're both Penn reels. They have a lot of common points in them, but the biggest difference here is the frame. And this reel only had a 5-year run on it, a 4 or 5 year run. I believe it was introduced in the year 2000, and by 2005 it was gone. The reason for that is that's when those smaller braid-ready reels started to become popular. Well, when they became popular, you didn't need this big piece when you could do it in half the frame, same size capacity for the line because of the way braid stacks, and same strength in fighting fish. So this one didn't last as long as the other ones did, but it's still a very capable reel. I know I've done a formula for the channel. I just have to check which one, and we'll see if there's an interest in having that one done again. So let's see, that's 5. He brought me 7. So yeah, we have another 2-speed 50. Just a little bit variation in these. They're by years, I think, more than anything else. Some are 50Ws, some are 50s. This one looks like it's the same. Yeah, it's the same spool. Well, just a little bit less. Okay, so you only gained maybe a 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch in spool capacity for the 50 versus the 50W. Inside, these plates are interchangeable for the most part. You'll see on the one versus the other, the trim rings are different, and from a mechanical standpoint, there's not much difference in these reels. So you know, if you like to see these types of videos, please subscribe to my channel, and if you do subscribe, please hit the notification button. That way you'll see on which ones I'm posting. These are big ocean reels, and then I'll turn around the next day and I'll do a small freshwater reel, maybe vintage, maybe new. So if you subscribe and hit that button, that's a great way to make sure that you see what I'm posting, and then you can make a determination whether that's something that you want to see or not. Well, there's one more in here. And again, this is another Shimano. Again, a little bit of a change. I don't know if, well, it's just worn off. This is the Shimano 2-speed. The decal's worn off on this one. It's the 2-speed Triton. And so the good news about these is once you do one of these, you can do the 4 of these. They're pretty much the same as I mentioned. And once you get that routine down, you understand how the lever drags work. They're actually pretty easy to work on. Don't let the size scare you that much. If you haven't done one of these before and want to give it a try, and you have one of those, go right ahead. And we'll make sure we do a couple of videos on these just in case you're interested in seeing those. We'll see what we can do to post those. So lots of heavy-duty equipment just came in addition to the ones I previewed the other day. And to all, including my biggest fan, GW's #1 fan, thank you for that Coke. I do appreciate it, sharing the Coke with me. And to everybody who's helped during the pandemic, I'm your biggest fan. Thank you for all it is that you do to our first responders and essential personnel, everybody in the medical fields. And to all, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.